Good. Okay, well, one thing about this cube that's, like, kind of interesting with a little bit of hindsight on it is that it's completely unchanged from what it was in uh, December, like when they made their last set of changes to the vintage cube.
Mm-hmm.
And there's always, anytime they have like a cube update for any format, they always try to push whatever the newest set or sets are like way harder than they deserve. You know, like just in a like, we want to
Yeah, like a
showcase.
reasonable card leaves so that a card that fills the same slot or role or approximate cost from the newest set can come in, or they put the newest planeswalker in to drive their drive brand engagement,
Yeah,
basically.
oh, I see this in the cube. I should see, maybe I can see this in other sets. And with this one not having any changes, there's no like Theros in here. It makes that sort of thing stand out a little bit more just because we're more removed in time. You can see these like War of the Spark cards. You're like, wait, hold on, what? What are you doing here?
Yeah, also Oko still exists.
Oko still
It's a
exists.
what a weird thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Hello, everybody. I'm Slanine. I'm here. Kaz is here with me.
That's right.
Uh,
Hopping onto one of these.
we're
Try to keep
doing.
things sane and moving.
Yeah, we're doing some vintage cube. Thank you for the sub, Anthony Grunstrom. Thank you very much. Enjoy your cube,
Thank you, thank you.
and we will enjoy our cube. And,
Well, I mean, I'm not making any promises. You can enjoy it all you want.
okay.
I reserve the right to have a terrible time.
Well, let's see what we can do about that. Vintage cube draft league. You can do a like literally like an 8-4 style one with the cube, which is cool in the sense that you get to actually have the cube experience the way it kind of should be, where there's not duplicates. But the problem is it makes for kind of horrible streaming.
Oh, you mean extra wait times?
Oh,
you mean pulling open something like Diablo 3's?
Oh, it's been so long since we've pulled up Diablo 3's.
Oh man.
Or even like, all right, we got 2 cubes in us today. An hour and a half passes. All right, we're done. Like 0 and 2. Like those sorts of days. All right, anything stand out immediately?
Well, a couple things.
Yeah.
Signets and mana artifacts are always good in this cube. So Metalworker, Everflowing Chalice, Dimir Signet are considerations. Recurring Nightmare synergizes with basically everything and is unreasonable if it can get going, which I don't know if it can realistically operate in this cube. I haven't seen enough to know that. Things like Strip Mine, Sylvan Library, and Gaia's Cradle are too powerful to go in other cubes, so they're considerable picks for that reason. I don't think we would first pick Strip Mine, though. That's a bit dedicated to the cause. And Treachery, of course, being a free control magic where the cube consists of only the most powerful creatures in Magic, is also a pretty strong contender. So those are kind of my...
Yeah, that hits everything. Even like the cards that are role players in here, Miscalc just fine at that. I'm gonna go with Recurring Nightmare because this is the easiest time to pick it up. We pick it up now, and we get to control better what we're doing with it. We can try to find cards.
I was about to say, yeah, any creature that enters the battlefield and makes a token is pretty strong with Recurring Nightmare, as you can use the token to get the creature back, and then it gets a token. And there's a Lord High Artificer who is an entire deck plan to himself, basically.
Yeah. The other card I'm interested in here in blue is Looter Il Core as a way to set up the grave and find us.
Yeah, he set up the grave, and then he eventually becomes the better creature.
Yeah, and that's the...
I don't like that as much from a raw power level perspective. do we really have to synergize with this plan immediately so strongly that we're giving up on just an abstractly quite powerful card that wants us to control a bunch of artifacts, and we want to control a bunch of artifacts? I don't know. Good, pick what you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I've tried Urza like twice in this cube so far, and I've not had good experiences in this cube. Like, I feel like there's just like the artifacts are things everybody wants, so for you to have an artifact base gets very difficult. Is I guess the where
Understood.
that resolves. What do we got here?
That's when you already have like Oko anyway. You can just create mocks when you want.
If we want more recursion type pieces, Makeshift Mannequin and Arcane Artisan are similar.
This is really chunky. I would almost just want Elspeth Sun's Champion. That card at least functions. Or something like Murderous Rider. He basically functions.
You know what? That's true. Geist makes a token at the wrong timing, indeed. Murderous Rider indeed does things different. The other thing could just be like, all right, Inferno Titan as the payoff.
I am here to restore sanity, not induce chaos. Don't misrepresent my role in this. And here's another Elspeth backing everything up. Although Dark Confidant and Phyrexian Metamorph are A-OK cards.
Yeah. I'm kind of looking at that Siege Gang. Like recurring nightmare Siege.
Strong reanimate target right away.
Yeah, something that we not only like you talked about having a token generator as part of the part
that is the typical way to get ahead with a recurring nightmare.
Yeah. Like, I think that's a fun way to get ahead on it. Yeah, the Light and Shadow is the sword with like best protections, weakest abilities. I don't play the top end red a lot in this cube, so I'm interested to see if it's functional.
Well, there's Una's Prowler as a discard outlet. We have some mana fixing available for colors that we're basically not in.
Yeah, black, green.
And some strong white cards. Reclamation Sage is kind of a beating. Any artifact removal is typically really powerful.
Yeah. It's hard to get a feel for anything but like white being open here is the only like real...
Yeah, but I don't want those white cards.
Right. I'm gonna see if we can find more reanimation things. I'm not always a huge fan of Una's Prowler. But if we
get more reanimation stuff, it'll make me happier about having Looter Ilkor.
Okay.
Like Pack Rat.
Yeah, Pack Rat. We also have Elish Norn as a pickup. Like, you know, one of those.
Now, that is a white card that I am willing to include in the deck.
Right. That's a card you can recur and feel good about it. You know?
All these junky tokens that we have kicking around. That we will end up having kicking around, I'm sure.
Yeah. And, of course, this makes junky tokens stronger.
Yeah.
Literal lightning bolt.
Are we dedicated to black? Because if we are, then Damnation ain't bad.
Yeah. That's something we can get away with.
Solves a lot of ugly board states. And if we can, like, Damnation and have Recurring Nightmare as our creature on the battlefield, so to speak, it's like...
Yeah. Ooh, now here's a pack that has multiple cards that I'm super happy to pick up for this deck. Buried Alive has, like, the obvious use, but I'm actually most interested in our...
Yeah, I was about to say, Ophiomancer just immediately works with Recurring Nightmare. It's also good at holding off things and letting us establish our plan. We would probably want something like Buried Alive, Dismember, or Gifts Ungiven.
And sadly, this is
a dedicated Reanimator deck, but it looks like we're dedicating ourselves to mid-range and Recurring Nightmare.
Yeah, that's kind of all we've got right now. Not unhappy with Everflowing Chalice, not unhappy with Duress, not unhappy with Marsh Flats. We're not playing the Norn. This casting cost is infinity. This doesn't happen. Like, we're not fixing for white at the moment. Unless, like, something changes drastically with the deck. Oh, here's a way to discard.
That is a way to discard cards.
Oh, yeah, no, I picked Elish Norn assuming that this card's casting cost is literally the infinity symbol sideways. Like, or a null, you know? Like, it's just not real. That said, if Elspeth Sun's Champion on the table certainly changes my goddamn mind.
It kind of is between that and Nicole Bolas Dragon God.
Yeah.
We're pretty heavy black and have, like, light blue and red splash.
You mentioned this the first time, and I was already, like, pulled, like, maybe... Okay, all right.
Yeah, two Elspeths.
Okay, well, how about this? Okay, okay. The last 2 minutes, I said some things about Elish Norn's mana cost. I would like to take back and
yeah, no time reverse.
Yeah,
we're casting Elish Norn now.
Oh my god,
this is our
Gideon versus fixing shit.
That's actually tough now. Dang it.
We didn't pick the fixing the last time. We need to be able to cast things. All right, so sure, I don't care about student.
Maybe student warfare. But hey, between Una's Prowler and Collective Brutality.
All right, I found so the blue is going to be a splash, clearly.
I'm feeling it.
The biggest reason I'm feeling it here is I don't see anything that's super high up on what we would want. Like, I'm okay including Hymn to Turok in our deck, Lingering Souls in our deck, maybe Shallow Grave in our deck.
Yeah, the only use case we have for Lion's Eye Diamond is something like Recurring Nightmares on the battlefield, and then we can crack LED for triple black, discard our hand, Recurring Nightmare, use the mana on Recurring Nightmare.
We are not a Progenitus deck. This cannot hit the graveyard in any way.
As a replacement effect,
you can't even makeshift mannequin it. It will never hit the graveyard unless it has no text somehow.
What a silly thing that is. Progenitus.
Alright, Shieldred.
A lot of hits.
Oh god, Orzhov Signet too is
mana drain. I don't think we're blue enough for mana drain. It's unfortunate.
The literal full color on Signet is just burned into my eyes here, which sucks because I like both. Well, whatever. Gideon will table. Nobody's picking the white planeswalkers.
Yeah, no one's playing white planeswalkers, so we'll just do that.
I'll feel a little bad not getting the Sheldred out of the pack. That'll be the...
I won't.
But, well, like, it's a recurring nightmare target that's very powerful in the sense that, like, you get back your token and then...
I don't think I've seen Sheldred on either side of the table in all the times I've watched Cube.
Okay.
Oh, good.
On-color Mox, that's good stuff.
This is the fun part about doing a vintage cube ever. Every, 1 out of 8 picks or so, the pick is made for you. So you don't have to worry about it so hard.
If the Mox is here, that means there were 2 other cards better than the Mox in here.
Yeah, that's not exactly a wheel. It has to go all the way around for us to call it a wheel. Yeah. But
okay, so the Mox makes me super happy about, like, Signet, Chalice, and the ability for us to get rolling off the ground way quicker than we should. Brimaz, Creeping Tar Pits, Ulamog this is recurable Ulamog.
That's kind of messed up.
Yeah. Brimaz, if we want more token generation. Creeping Tar Pit's funky as far as blue fixing because, like, it blue fixes fine, but, like, the card itself can't really function. I don't like Wishclaw
Yeah, for us,
Talisman.
it's just kind of a tap land.
Yeah.
I think I still like that better than the other picks. Like, we already kind of have good targets for reanimation.
I think we want one or two more good, like, come into play effects. I want a Shriek Maw before I call
Right.
this good.
Yeah.
Let's get the lands going. We'll call that better as we get these going. Underground Sea is the perfect.
Wow. Look at these planeswalkers.
I'll be okay to get Kaya on a wheel, right? Maybe.
Yeah, she can murder Moxes.
Yeah, she murders Moxes. She actually is a lot stronger than she looks.
She could just destroy their Sol Ring. It's like, okay, hey.
Oh yeah, also yes, as Nick Themeron notes, the last three picks could have been Mana Drain, Counterspell, Mono Leak.
Yeah. Well, just pivot into Reanimator control.
Okay, here we have some strong choices. This is one where I feel like we're looking at cards of near equivalent power in different directions. Necrotol is something I mentioned I want the deck to have, a way for us to remove big threats, or remove threats at all. Liliana functions well with our recursion plan, and Bitter Blossom works well with the recurring nightmare. Any specific thoughts one way or another?
In the abstract, I like Liliana the Veil the most because it's sort of a balance point between the two plants. She's like kind of an enabler and kind of protection.
Yeah, she can do removal as
Er,
well. I'm gonna try
Yeah,
that out.
that's
Ooh.
Anguish Unmaking is a pretty spicy spell.
That's removal for anything, and Tomb is also just here, if we want to be that hard on it.
It's wild that we haven't seen a second reanimation spell. Where are those? Is that being aggressively picked?
Yeah, I feel like our deck currently wants... I want one to two more big things. I want one to two more things at the top. I like Anguished Unmaking. I like our deck playing control in the meantime. Inquisition of Kozilek. Wall of Omens actually speaks a lot to me here. Weirdly.
That is a creature that enters the battlefield and does a thing.
Yes.
Typically heroic with Recurring Nightmare.
Yeah, like usually it's Wall of Blossoms is the one you like with Recurring Nightmare, but this is Wall of Blossoms, with some...
And Moat. Who can hate
Moat!
Moat? Why, with our Elspeth Knight Errant, we can launch anyone over the Moat.
Him and Lingering Souls back? Okay.
I guess technically Shallow Grave is reanimating,
Reanimation.
but the top creature card of your graveyard.
Yeah, I freaking creature ordering. So, him versus Lingering Souls.
I'd rather have the souls. We picked up Liliana along the
Yeah,
way.
that's one of the cards that, like, during its time was very powerful with it. Alright.
Boom. Anything you want.
Sure. All of my cards are back. Wow. That Gideon being this late feels horrible because I still actually want the Shieldred. I did mention that I want a little bit more up top here. I want like 3 targets at this size. And this is a castable one, which is one of the
Yeah, that's pretty cool. We have some acceleration. How about Massacre Worm for that? Is that
yeah.
adequate?
Yeah. Okay, the thing with Massacre Worm is that it's almost an effect we already have. It's like, obviously I'm
I
picking it
know,
anyway.
it's replacement level.
I'm gonna pick.
Chain Lightning remains. That's
And
sad.
also, this incredibly powerful thing. Zealous Conscripts is one of the most powerful red cards in the cube, bar none. Yeah, all right. I wanted Kaya. I wanted Kaya back. I wanted to play Kaya. Yes.
We got the Necrotol anyway, baby.
No.
Okay, that's probably not for us. Why is that in the cube? Remove. I guess it can nug planeswalkers, but that's so weird.
Okay, Karn liberated. We have a card for on the wheel in here.
Yeah, they'll send us Tide Hollow Sculler back. No one's in these colors.
Yeah, I'm not even thinking about that. I'm thinking about like if Karn is what we want, or if I don't know. There's actually not too much that interests me in here outside of Karn.
What does Angel of Sanctions even do?
So it's an O-ring on come in, and it has embalm
It embalms.
which again it O-rings on come in.
Huh.
Specifically O-ring, not Journey, which makes it a lot more powerful. Because it can hit walkers, it can hit artifacts, which matters a lot more in this cube.
Right, but it's the fixed version where you can't.
Yeah, you
You
can't.
can't do the funny tricks.
Whereas Tide Hollow is the old version. You can do
Yeah.
the funny tricks.
Yeah.
I'm
Criminal mischief.
thinking between the Angel and Karn.
I would have rather have Karn.
We can kind of ramp
that
up.
Seems weird.
What about Ravages of War? I think Armageddons are effectively worthless in this cube.
Too many people have artifact mana.
Because
like if we had picked up like every artifact mana source that we possibly could, then I would recommend it. But
yeah,
like here we're not even picking Grim Monolith. I think.
Yeah, I'm looking at D-Tutor. I'm looking at Jens Thorin here. Heck.
Right?
Oh,
Lacrum is pretty good.
That's
There's Andaleeds. Do we have consistency in our picks though? That's the thing about Demonic Tutor. We don't have like one overwhelmingly necessary or powerful card except for Recurring Nightmare.
Except for Recurring Nightmare, right? Like
okay, fine.
I know. Because we don't, as you mentioned, where are the other reanimator spells?
Yeah. I guess D-Tutor is a copy of Recurring Nightmare. There's another Ravages of War.
Here's our makeup on it. Here's our redo on our pickup right there, right? That'll help us out. But yeah,
good. Plague Crafter is an interesting one sometimes.
I like it specifically. The Planeswalker sack on it makes it much more powerful.
Yeah, that's very unusual in terms of templating.
It's not like the worst. I'm picking up Vamp Tutor here. I actually want our splash just to be the recall, if nothing else.
Wow.
Yo. So that's that's like the replacement for like Massacre.
Better Massacre Worm, right?
Yeah. Let me table the Sword to Plow. It's fine. Yeah. Grave
Actually,
Titan.
wait. That thing you just said. How confident are you that we're tabling Swords to Plowshares? That's kind of an effect we don't have yet.
I'm about 60 to 70%.
Okay. I'll take those odds.
Like mostly because of like how it's not 100 because Swords is a lot more splashable than like Gideon, but Gideon is like the premier white card in this cube. Anyway, this is perfect because it's token generation and like the biggest body you can ask for. So.
Oh, reanimate.
Reanimate proper.
Hooray. Sitting right there next to Go for the Throat.
Yeah, we do have Murderous Rider and Necrotol and a Damnation. And Anguish to Making. Okay. We're not like zero.
I guess, yeah. Right. We're getting a pretty decent balance. We're filing off the edges of the deck at this point.
Yeah.
With, whatever edges you want. Do you want an Ashen Rider, Hero's Downfall, Sun Titan, even just Kitchen
Finks? Like,
which edge do you want to file down?
All right, I think this one I want. We're getting a 2 cards like remaining in this pack when it comes back around, and I feel like picking the Ashen Rider is silly because we get that back. The Finks is something I like a lot for us. Again, for a Recurring Nightmare, like shenanigans, just having a little bit of life gain.
Yeah, just sort of hold people off. And there's Necromancy.
Okay.
So we found the recursion.
Yeah, that'll be our last recursion piece likely because this last I say
Yeah,
that
I
because
really don't want anything else from here, like treasure cruise, maybe, because we have ways of dumping things in the yard, and it's a backup
yeah,
ancestral.
it's like
But
ancestral too.
yeah,
Huh.
what does Yawgmoth even do? Sack a creature minus a thing. Discard a card, proliferate. What a complicated man. Protection from humans? Didn't we just put a
Yeah.
bunch of random stuff on a card and we're like, yeah, that's what Yawgmoth does?
When they designed Yawgmoth and Urza, they did effectively the same thing of like, let's just put 3 lines of text on our card and call it good. I want the Tide Hollow Sculler here because
Sounds good to me.
I even see Dark Rit here and like, cool, whatever. That's not for us. This gives us a little bit more. I want a little bit more ways to interact with my opponent. Sure.
Involves a consideration to shut off monodorks.
That's the reason I'm thinking it's more of a sideboard card, but it's a strong choice there for.
But it's a really good one because like creature ramp is also good. So if you just happen to have an answer to that, it's like that's dope.
Everybody with the SM skulls, good. What does redeeming an SM skull do? You get the little SM skull.
It posts the SM skull next to the number 2000. God damn it. Why did I take the over on that? I
gave you 60 to 70% off.
I know.
Okay, so we didn't get back Ashen Rider here. Hold on, maybe I can let open on this side. Let's see if this opens on this side. Okay, good. So for your benefit, Kaz, I just opened Skull.wave like 7 times.
Oh, excellent.
It is from the Diablo 2 sound set.
Yeah, that sound is a part of my soul.
I have 3 waves sitting on my desktop. There is Skull.wave, OpenPack.wave, and BirdNoise.wave. So, all right, let's get this deck down to size. I don't think we're splashing Ludial Core. Pretty easy splash on the recall. It's recall. What if we vamp tutor for a recall, right? Like, I feel a little bad missing the Marsh Flats, but I feel like we're still looking good. All right. So let's kind of take this deck into a couple different parts. We kind
of have a taster's choice of reanimation targets. We ended up with enough reanimation spells that I'm happy with them. We have a cocktail of planeswalkers, which is sort of gliding on top of everything, and then the filler creatures, the things that we actually want to cast.
Yeah.
And removal.
So let's take a look. We've got 10 cuts necessary here. I feel like I want probably 2 of them from our reanimation targets just in general. I don't feel like we want that many 6+ drops in this deck. I think Massacre Worm's
minus Massacre Worm, minus Yona.
Yeah, this can come in a matchup that's like mono-colored, I feel.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen, but
I mean, I've seen, like, if
yeah.
I will turn 3 Iona against mono red. Like, I will.
The other fun part about that is she is the most expensive of the lot, and if we're looking to have a backup plan of casting our guys, then that's the hardest.
Yes, well, and like casting our guys is even like we have this is like sort of ramp, and Solemn might be happening multiple times. All right. How do we feel on the Planeswalker package? Like, Liliana feels strong enough no matter what because it's part of the like reanimation setup that is worth keeping. Do we have every Elspeth? We have every Elspeth in the cube. There are 2 Elspeth not in the cube. Elspeth 5 and Elspeth Escape Elspeth.
Yeah, no new cards.
Yeah.
This is a vintage cube, okay? Old stuff only.
All right, so we move those over here. We've got our walkers over here. We kind of need to take through. I'm going to put Liliana in the yes pile. I kind of want to play Kaya just to play Kaya. Like, I have not played with this card, and I'm wondering if it has enough power, right? Like,
I think it does. I'm pretty confident that every deck that we're going to face is going to have powerful non-land permanents that cost 1 or less.
Yeah.
And if that's the case, then Kai is really strong. If they don't have any of that, then Kai is pretty weak.
Unless they're also Reanimator. Like, because of the
yeah, there's splash hate for anyone trying to play from the grave. They have like Yogg's Will in their deck, and you just incidentally blow up all their grave as the game goes on while generating advantage for yourself, and then their whole game plan falls apart. That's kind of fun too.
I'm worried about Karn. I think that might be too expensive.
Sadly, yes. I did pick it. What did I force you to pick him over?
I don't think it was much of a force. It was pretty.
Oh, there's some big creature. I don't know.
I think it was like similarly sized stuff. The problem is with Karn. Actually, like the problem is with Karn is that like with our top end over here, we can play this for like 1 to 3 on our good days. But like hard casting is the backup plan. Whereas with Karn, hard casting is the normal plan, and we're not like a green deck ramping to 7.
That is the only plan, and our ramp is limited.
All right, so let's.
So that makes sense.
Put the Planeswalkers in the pile. As far as removal goes, I like swords. I'm just gonna put anything that looks like removal in a pile. Tall damnation. Technically collective brutality.
So we have we have a couple cards here that are playing multiple roles. Collective brutality is sort of vaguely a removal spell, kind of a duress, kind of a discard outlet.
Yeah. Collective brutality is like all of the modes are individually weak, but the flexibility means that it's very, very rarely dead. You know, -2/-2 isn't really what you want to be doing for 2, but that'll kill a creature. Duress on 2, a bad duress at that, isn't really great, but like against the creatureless decks, you know, or things like that, like that'll get rid of a, you know, force out a counter.
Yeah. Similar multi-roles here are Murderous Rider, Plaguecrafter, and Necrotol, all of whom are creatures in addition to being removal spells.
Yeah. I feel
probably the jankiest of them.
That's the one I think I might want to side and keep in.
Yeah.
And like I think I want to do that. I'm gonna keep the swords. How do you feel about Wrath of the Main? Our deck is actually fairly like we have all these planeswalkers, so we're pretty resilient.
I mean, we're pretty immune to it between like Wall of Omens, Lingering Souls, Recurring Nightmare, Kitchen Finks even comes back.
Yeah. At least we're gonna go for the throat.
Okay.
Again, these are all like they'll be sitting up here as sideboard considerations in, you know, like when we need more spot removal. Here we go. You know, we've got. I like that our deck has.
This is probably the biggest. This is the deepest sideboard of any draft deck that I've seen in a long time.
All right, the next set of cards I think we want to set up is this. This is the reanimation package. Recurring Nightmare is obvious. We've kind of built around that. Do we want to keep in all of these?
I don't think so. Like specifically because we got Vamp Tutor, I think we can cut the weakest. Or the one that's most dangerous for us. Like reanimating a 7-cost thing is painful.
Yeah, the
Although, wait, does necromancy also say a graveyard or
it is battlefield.
from a graveyard? Okay, they both say from a
Yeah,
graveyard.
both are a grave.
So we can both we can rob our opponent of their graveyard with either of these spells, and that's always fun.
Yeah.
It's a surprise mode on reanimate.
So yeah, one of those two gone is a pretty easy choice. Um I'm just taking a look at like what the life gain, life loss. Downside on necromancy is you can cast as though it had flash, but it dies at end step if you do so. That's not a downside, that's an upside. There is no downside. It just costs 3. Okay, so we have enough.
I could see cutting the damnation now that we thought more about
Yeah,
it. It's time to make some harder choices.
we do still need 3 cuts. Brimaz kind of looks like a very.
He's kind of junky. Like Kitchen Finks bumped him off, I think.
I think that's basically what happened there. And then we still need 2. Oh boy. Hmm. Okay, well, Ophiomancer's here with the
How are we
recurring.
discarding cards? Because we have Una's Prowler and Liliana.
And
Collective
brutality.
Brutality.
Yeah.
Brutality's kind of weak for that. Maybe we can cut Collective Brutality just for the general weakness of the card.
I might keep the. Hold on, these are all in the yes pile. It's like all the mana stuff. I'm thinking, God, do we cut that ancestral? Do we just try to go? No, I think we can cut. We have solemn as well. This is actually a lot easier to get the blue than it looks.
Solemn encouragement to run the hero island after all.
Yes. There is strong reasoning to cut Ancestral Recall in the sense of making our mana base more viable. This is not a free include. We are paying a cost that we will probably see in one of our like 8 games, right? Like there'll be some game where we open island like 2 planes. And it's like, well, we can't cast any of our stuff at the moment.
Yeah, there you go.
I think
to that end, maybe Tide Hollow Skullergon.
yeah.
I mean, he's in our colors and all, and he is a unique effect. Get to see their hand, but
It's actually not
what does he positively contribute?
Just that's basically it. It's our only like it and brutality are our only ways of catching our opponent's hand in some manner. Can we instant speed that? Someone mentions Everflowing Chalice, and that's not a bad idea.
Oh, just as being worse than the Signet.
Yeah.
That could be kind of junky. And we just cut Karn, and Karn was kind of the big reason to have that.
Yeah. I'm thinking that, and then one of our discard outlets, which would be like Una's Prowler or Brutality, I think, because I don't want to cut Liliana. That's way over here.
Yeah. Clearly. We don't need to discard like 1,000,000 cards, right?
Yeah, well, heck,
just a dabble, do you?
Yeah, let's try this out. Let's add these back in, and then we do our group by color, and white is lighter. White is 1, 2, 3 cards in the main deck. This is gonna be 1, 5, and 7. Get out of your forest. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4.
A forest for our Kitchen Finks.
There's 9 white sources in the deck. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 black sources. Okay. And then 4 blue sources. You might actually be able to activate that Craving Tar Pit after all. In a super long game. Alright.
Not totally unthinkable.
You know, I mean, we have...
Okay, so here we have Reanimator mid-range. We're trying to gum up the ground, find our big powerful things, and then cheat on costs to get those powerful things into play ahead of time.
Yep. I mean, Tar Pit... The thing about Tar Pit, 3 power unblockable is a steep piece of power in your land. Like, you know, late game, slugfest has happened. That's a card that can close things.
All right. A little bit of unblockable damage against, you know, errant planeswalkers is also pretty good.
This looks a little bit too top heavy.
Gross.
Having both Elishnorn and Sheldred in this hand really breaks it.
It's kind of already a mold of 5, right? Like, what does it look like as a 5?
Like, we're even still looking for the double white.
Yeah.
This is an easy mulligan in my mind, so let's go ahead and do so. This on the play, or sorry, on the draw is more... Let me just quick. Opponent chooses to play first. Created step trigger, only opponents.
Only opponents.
I'm going to try this and put Elspeth on the bottom.
Okay.
Because we are on the draw. And we have a lot of draws that turn this on. Like, as far as like Signet turns this on top of land, you know, things like that. Keep Elspeth on bottom.
All right, this will be great. We'll draw our Pearl, get Kaya in on turn 2, kill something that they've created.
Give me Underground Sea, right? Like...
That would probably be the best. I guess that's a way to put cards in grave, right?
Yeah.
With the discard step. Do it in cleanup.
Are we... Oh dear. Okay.
Do we get rolled so completely that we early concede to mask our plan?
So-fi, sure. All right, so we are losing the flips here.
That's because you won the flip earlier to get the swords to plowshares.
Yeah.
Which is not actually that much of a flip, but dang it.
Yeah, missing the 50-50 3 times hurts. Also, this is something. They did mold a 6, so... Alright, here comes their sword.
Yeah, EOT sword, next turn, equip sword attack. Extra damage, draw a card.
Yep.
It's reasonable.
Makes up their mulligan. Hope then would be I can just play like Swamp Liliana, Edict you.
Okay.
Is the black a splash? Again, this isn't like a splash land.
It's unfetchable.
It's unfetchable and it comes in tapped late, which is when your splash lands, you know, like, if you're splashing, you want your splash colors open early, right? Or late, right? Like, you want them to... Because usually you're splashing...
You don't want to have to wait an extra turn on top of even getting your source. All that.
Yeah. I cannot target this with Ancestral Recall. That is an illegal move.
I can think of another reason why you wouldn't be able to.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we could sit and evaluate whether or not Core Firewalker. I'm sorry, Core.
You know what? Okay, this is most cards I still wouldn't want to play, but this gives me so much info for the cost of telling them, right? Like, Wow. Counterspell. Oh my god. Alright, okay, so I know blue is more
acceptable.
Alright.
What I was about to say in the joking mode is we could sit here and argue whether a Stoneforge Mystic can get it.
Thinking about what I want to show my opponent right now. Because I still don't want to concede, because I want to resolve Tidal Scholar to know what my opponent's doing.
Ooh, drop Ancestral. That'll really get him thinking. Okay. But yeah, like what I was saying is that if she's that much of a player, then yes, you would be able to target her with Ancestral, but
Still not with the sword.
In the laws of Magic the Gathering, the card game, the video card game.
Alright, so they get to draw up the 7. Again, I want to resolve Tide Hollow Sculler. To no basically, I think this game's just a loss. Okay! I don't even
Vindicate? Get to... I'm sorry. Vindicate, Remand, Forest.
I don't even get to see your hand. Fine. We're done here. Moving on to 2.
I'm quite confused. Boy, oh boy.
Interesting.
What do you make of Vindicate, Remand, Forest?
I'm taking a look at what we can do about sword stuff. We have English on making on a sword. We can also blast zone. Vindicate, Remand, Forest. I'm at a loss.
Yeah, it's kind of a puzzle box of a deck, right? I think we should try to execute our own game plan more and see what they're about. And if we get demolished, that's fine.
I didn't even get the Tidal Score to see what the hell was going on. Because they
I would have really liked that.
They vindicate. Okay, alright. Yes, I'd like to play first.
All omens, though.
And Sword to Plow. So black is
like this.
Black is 12 sources. I'm neutral on it, but Wall of Omens is like a it's a freebie. It's a and also honestly, this is the card that makes me not feel bad about.
Yeah. We're looking at like 4 live cards out of the hand as is, and
okay, they're on a ball to 6.
Children and Necromancy need some help, but
yeah,
we'll get help. Library of Alexandria. I see. You picked whatever, and you feel that you can do no wrong.
So they tap their library draw. Yep. Yep, let's just... Come on.
EOT Brainstorm.
EOT Brainstorm.
No visible way to shuffle. We get to shame our opponent now for a bad Brainstorm. Well, they already have Library of Alexandria.
They're drawing a billion cards anyway. Like, they don't even care. They draw past those in 5 seconds.
Brainstorm as blue. Draw a card.
Okay, their mana base looks a
Oh, they
lot
did have
more.
Polluted Delta. Okay.
Yeah, their mana base. So they do have a shuffle if they want it. Get rid of that third
Slightly
card.
forgiven. Good draw.
All right,
You want a sad sack or Sculler?
let's sad sack.
Although I shouldn't call it sad sack because that's shorthand for sadistic sacrament, which is a card that I actually like.
Okay.
Ah, so many maze. We have double black cards in our hand.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you want to be able to cast Ancestral and all that.
I don't think I can give up the ability to cast Necrotol right now. Is the correct option.
Like our next turn could be like Necrotol Swords. I don't think it will because our opponent has now shown that they just want to dirtle, and any win condition is enough of a win condition for them.
Right. I want to resolve that Tide Hollow Sculler pretty badly to know what the hell's going on. Help.
Library. Okay. There
9 in hand.
Tap Darkslick Shore.
Yep. That's the thing you do, and they're at 8 cards in hand. Are they discarding? They're discarding.
Ooh, this could be good for our Necromancy.
Yeah.
Come on.
Show me the biggies. Okay, fine.
Island. Coward. How dare you?
Alright. Show me what's up. I need to know. Or let this resolve and miss your library trigger.
Yeah.
Damn, okay, fine.
Oh my god, draw a card in response so we can like have like more to choose from.
Yes, we get full we get full info on this. Oh my god, finally.
I was about to say please remand this, but it's gonna be like Cryptic Command. Oh my god.
Oh, what the fuck?
Blue-white control. Wow.
Okay. What was the forest? What was the... What is anything? Okay.
They have Oko 2 or something. Who knows? Yeah, they could have remanded it. It was a terrible idea, which is why they did not do that.
Right. Why they would not cast the remand. It's worthless. So, Teferi, Hero of Dominaria is the card that is hardest for us to currently answer.
Yeah, I feel like Banishing Light, Go for the Throat are just sort of, sure, go get it. We have our own removal for things like Sun Titan or possibly Urza if we care.
Right. Go for the Throat can't hit any of our creatures because they're currently all...
Oh, cute. It can go for the Wall of Omens.
Yeah. I'm gonna hit this Teferi. I think that's the card that I am most concerned about in this set. Oh no, my Wall of Omens.
Right? They could get it in the throat. Of the throat of the wall. Actually, throats... I'm sorry, walls might have throats. Walls have a lot of components. I don't build them as a profession, so...
Yeah.
I'm simply aware that in the design of mechanisms and static things, you often have to name things. So I should not jump to conclusions about what kind of components a wall doesn't have.
Okay.
Vanishing Light, our Tide Hollow Sculler.
Okay. Interestingly, they cut off their library access for this.
For like one turn. Probably want to leave up remand, and we're trying to figure out how to do it.
Yeah.
Which, yeah.
It's fine by me. Banishing Light on that. Planes on the play. So you get your Teferi
They got their
back.
Teferi back. It's probably their next turn's play.
Yeah. What do I want to draw here?
Bit laughable. I think what we wanted was a discard outlet, but
Yeah.
that's fine.
Just hard cast that Sheldred, but there's a remand in a hand, which makes that a lot harder.
All right, it means we have to do it twice.
Yeah.
Although, if they... No, wait, because Teferi untaps land, so he can untap for remand, I was about to say. It's like, oh, well, if they just jam for a big thing. Well, maybe they'll jam for Sun Titan instead.
I love Jam for Sun Titan, because then we can Necrotal and, like, Necromancy.
Right?
We wouldn't have anything we could recur with it, but we would have an incredible board against something. I think their best play here is Elspeth.
Are they figuring out that they have to, crack that first?
Yeah, gotta crack.
That one's not a Monosaurus.
Yeah.
Got the hero forest.
What was that for?
Sometimes you get stuck with your hero forest.
I wonder what that's for.
I think it's for Oko.
Okay, here's Urza.
It's like, yeah, you get your token. Do we Necrotal that?
Probably do, because we still have the swords, and the swords is cheaper.
Hmm.
That's nice.
Discard out. Say. Fascinating.
That's nice.
Because we can, like, brutalize the construct, take something from their hand, dump Sheldred, Necromancy Sheldred. Is that a better line than Necrotal on Urza? So I think those are the lines that we got.
I'm just taking a look at, like, what our
Although I'm guessing Sheldred eats Go for the Throat.
right, unless we get them. Okay, what if I go... Alright. I'm going to Blind Brutality, no discard, to force the remand? Then we'll double Brutality.
Okay, I like it.
So here's Brutality 1. I know this has, like, a failure chance.
Now, Josh12597 is a coward. And will fire off the remand.
Perfect.
Step 1, complete.
Okay, then we escalate 2 modes. We want reveal and kill. The reason why we want kill here is so that we edict the Urza.
Correct. Yeah, that opponent, that creature. This mana. Discarding this card. Man, this this is a complicated card. Geist of St. Traft.
Then it is my main phase.
Check out that hotline. Got 2 discards out of our collective brutality.
Alright, so their play is Elspeth minus, and then Elspeth dies. And that's a full tap out.
Right, cool. That sure was a turn.
The discard is also really good there because that keeps them below the library threshold. They also could, like, Teferi bounce Sheoldred.
Yeah, be a bit of a nasty tuck. I think in that scenario we get to attack it down, though.
Yes, because it goes to... Oh, yeah, so Solemn would just take that down. So they have to give up something here.
Man, Teferi minus on Sheoldred, play Geist of Saint Traff to block Solemn Simulacrum.
Right?
Can't swords that one out of the way.
Wish my Wall of Omens was dead.
Man, our Wall of Omens being dead would be so hot.
Mm-hmm. So they're now okay. So they're thinking through those lines we all talked about here. So like they can Elspeth minus kill Sheoldred, that loses Elspeth. They can Teferi minus, and then they lose Teferi. They can Sun Titan, but Sun Titan dies to the Edict, and that makes that
yeah, and Sun Titan pulls back a fetch land?
Pulls back a fetch.
Like, because Urza is too big.
Oh, okay.
The victory option.
Okay. What if they just drew a way better option than any of those things I just mentioned? God damn it. So this is kill it, draw a card. Garrick still dies, but they're way better off on card advantage.
Yeah.
Now. We can still kill Garrick. That's not a problem. But the problem that is these planeswalkers still exist. We can never draw Recurring Nightmare as our first pick. It's impossible.
All right, time to brick. Our lines are set.
Yeah, we know what we know what our draws will be. We know what our opponent's draws will be. This game is over in about 5 turns, but it's sure going to be a long 5 turns. Yeah, that Garrick was a very powerful draw there.
Okay, I'll make you a deal. We get to draw a Recurring Nightmare this game, but by the time we do so, it will not be able to save us from the crackback for lethal on our opponent's side.
2 set up on Elspeth or something.
Yeah, like way too many like Elspeth tokens just going on. Man, I really liked my line of like Teferi and like Geist, and to get to mess with our draws. Start drawing extra cards with Teferi to get up to extra cards with Library. You know, it was a good line.
They can double activate Library.
Oh my god! Because you get to untap a land. Oh
yeah. Okay.
Okay.
I need to draw a blue source. I'll play Geist. Yep.
Makes sense. Moving on. I'm not mad about any of these draws. I think this is a fun game.
I'm just sitting here like we had all these like it's like this minus. It's like no, we have a Garrick.
Yeah. What's he gonna do? How are we gonna play around his next play? Like it just like casts that aside completely. I love it.
All right. Ooh, that's a draw and a half here.
Boy, that kind of gives us choices.
Yeah, removing Teferi seems like just the thing we need to do.
Well, you could ship Solemn Simulacrum at Teferi, see if they block with the Geist. They probably won't. But if they do, we could possibly draw a card, and that could change something. The only other thing I'm considering is like nugging their Banishing Light so that we can get ahead of Elspeth. Or...
Right. That would be another part of this. That would be pretty nice. You know, getting ahead of their Elspeth. Killing their Geist is oddly not useful because Sun Titan is in their hands, so like it's gonna come back.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
I'm just gonna. Let's do this first.
Okay, good.
And I'm gonna leave back Solemn so that they have to leave back. Oh,
right.
Yeah. We can't win that race. So. All right, so that deals with one of our.
So this is where they drew known player Stoneforge Mystic. Get their sword again.
I'm just gonna play
sword up the Geist.
Okay, Elspeth time.
All right. Okay. Cool.
Elspeth's just gonna start flooding the board. We can answer that by playing our own Elspeth. Or drawing Elish Norn.
Yeah. Currently Sun Titan and 2 unknowns in the enemy hand.
Do you want to play any lands I draw? Because any lands we draw could be like 3 activations of Recurring Nightmare.
Oh, we will play Swamp.
Yeah, that's... This is 7 for the... Yeah.
I've never seen that activate.
I've seen it.
I'm sorry, what? I guess we're not giving them a lot of like
whatever.
Oh man, now we totally need to draw a recurring
Give me the recurring nightmare, please.
Or our tutor.
Alright, we're taking 7 here on this crack. Go to 10.
In this scenario, do you want to like roll out Necrotol?
Probably. Just to have on board.
Yeah. I mean, yes, it's killing a token, which sucks, but it's also blocking Geist of St. Traft.
Yeah. Which is why I was leaving back the Psalm in the first place. Ancestral Visions, sure, this game isn't lasting that long. We're either winning through, like, Elish Norn off the top. Oh my god.
A Danto Vanguard?
It's a card you're playing in your deck. Okay.
I mean, I guess they think of themselves as a sword deck.
But they're not.
They're not. I know that.
Yeah.
You know that, but...
I'm burning my hand, and then we're gonna Liliana Plus to get rid of that Sun Titan.
Sweet. I dig it.
Like, let's get rid of our hand first. Liliana's gonna plus to make our opponent discard their final back-breaking card. So, again, the thing that gives me hope is that I do know that our deck contains Elish Norn, a card that auto-wins against this board. Like, we're not out of it yet. Sword of Cloud, Anto Vanguard.
Indeed, it's Cube. Welcome to Cube. This is a bit of a cursed game. Our deck starts to look a lot more unfair when
we actually draw
our power, our ancestral, or our
reanimation spells.
Reanimator, yeah. That's when the bodies hit the floor.
All right, so we're taking 8 on the crackback. And so again, we literally just need to draw Elish Norn. I think that's the card. And okay, I guess draw 3 would be a acceptable.
I would accept Ancestral Recall, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, okay. Here's the thing. They can hit us for. They can hit us for 8. If they do so, they lose Geist to Saint Traft.
No longer.
Okay, never mind. Guess that don't work. God. And that also removes Elishnorn as a possible top deck. No, Edict. We can Edict with Liliana. Okay.
Yeah. Come on, maybe they'll get super cowardly and go after Liliana.
They'll just have they'll probably have the Angel go hit Liliana. That's actually like a safe move. If
can you do that?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you can have the Angel go wherever.
Maybe they don't know that, but the interface kind of
the interface will ask
them about how to correctly use their card.
Okay, so Wall of Omens is blocking, which is fine. I don't really care.
Yeah. It's neither blue nor red. Can block the Geist.
And here come the tokens for... Yeah, that's all face. Elspeth is on final hit. We also need Elspeth dead on the... Well, actually, I don't know. Alright, so then here's the Angel, and then here's them being asked the question. Our face.
Oh. Well, they've made their choice.
I disagree, because that's one of our very, very few lines out.
This is round 1, game 2.
Yeah, we're down a game because we had a very bad keep on...
We had a non-functional start, and they showed us Stoneforge, Mystic, Sword of Fire and Ice.
And then vindicated our land on a 2-lander.
Yeah, vindicated. Like, fine, okay.
Okay.
Well, here's the peel.
Alright. Okay, then.
Okay.
That is not gonna do it. That was just no action.
Oh, wait. Liliana on herself to sacrifice Solemn Simulacrum.
We don't
draw
want
one extra card.
That's worthless. That cannot win us the game.
Okay, just for the sake of the audience's curiosity, this is what we would have drawn.
Yeah, can I?
Oh no!
So the reason I say that that cannot win us the game is that we needed to play Elspeth, or we needed to play Elishnorn, and then Edict Geist. Because if we don't Edict Geist, we die. We then attack Elspeth down to 3. Elspeth will then -3, kill Elishnorn, kill Necrotal, and our Solemn, and then we'll draw extra cards from there. So, like, anyway, let's
Yeah, I mean, the line that you're talking about is the line where we see one extra card.
Yeah.
And that's what we do. And if you like seeing extra cards, then that's for you. I don't particularly mind, but you know.
All right, let's see if we can get a functional keep.
I really wanted the last card to be Recurring Nightmare. Turn 1 Wall of Omens. Hopefully it draws a land. Because if it doesn't, this is kind of embarrassing. But we still have plays.
Yeah. I like the idea of Elspeth this early.
Yeah. Alpha Giant 96. The largest human being born in 1996.
Okay.
Hey.
Sweet.
I thought that opponent had reasonable draws, considering they led with Library, drew 4 extra cards off of it. You know, kind of hard to not have a good draw.
All right, I'm gonna go for the scout here. What are you up to?
The old one mode. What's Monavolt for? Why'd you run that out?
What are you doing?
Channel, huh?
You wanted to turn to bribery.
Well, I think we have to pick channel.
No, we lose to.
Or wait.
No, they can turn
So
to
where are
this
they going to
bribery.
green?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
They could literally bribery us for Elish Norn or Sheldred next turn.
Yeah, that's a better pick. Sorry. I got.
Yeah, I get
kind
you.
of
One of the things that's actually neat, if they channel Ulamog, sure, cool. Here's your refund. Have your blood back. Anyway, this is the like super artifact player. Okay.
Putting down the metalworker, I would imagine. Oh, really?
And
I guess they don't trust their ability to draw more artifacts. Or they just wanted to do that into that. Sure. A little awkward.
A little bit.
I'm fine with holding if you're thinking about playing Murderous Rider.
I'm counting up their mana. I'm just seeing if Ulamog is a problem. They'll untap their mana vault and then it'll come down the turn after. Problem is, like, I kind of want to have up kill spells for things other than just Ulamog right now. The thing with murdering metalworkers, they already have, like, literally 9 mana over here. Like, maybe I want to kill it so that they can't Ulamog. Let's see if they just untap their mana vault. Yeah. Untap their mana vault makes sense.
Okay, revealing Signet. Playing Signet. Good one.
Okay.
Deck, enough. The swamps.
Sucks, because next turn we're losing Mox Pearl, so...
Yeah. Well, we get to float the white and exile the buddy, so...
Yeah, that's why I don't
they have to come
really
up with
care.
something else. Like, we will draw additional white sources. They will not draw additional Ulamogs.
Well...
Okay, well, now that get to be proven wrong later.
Yeah, I was gonna say, our channel opponent here, do you think they've just got the Lotus? Boo! Fine.
Sure, you can have the scout. This tells you nothing about our game plan. I'm fine with this.
Yeah, I'm annoyed because it lets them know that the Ulamog doesn't do anything. I'm not playing that Underground Sea. Like, until Ulamog is answered.
No. In the circumstance where they cast Ulamog breaking Mox Pearl, we can always still swords it because we can float the mana, and it's not like they can do that and then choose to go to combat like we're playing Runeterra or something. Reveal Inkwell Leviathan, huh? Underground Sea looking a little embarrassing. Our removal also looking kind of embarrassing. So if they play Inkwell Leviathan, I think we have to Murderous Rider the Metalworker and rip Liliana.
That does indeed look like what we need to do, and it is... So the thing, too, is that killing the Metalworker wouldn't have stopped that. They just used the Signet and...
Right.
Alright, let's just... Oh, hold on. Let's let it resolve. And let this one go away so they can't, I don't know, mana leak off the Signet. Get out!
Sure. Wasteland, our thing that makes your guy unblockable.
Now I can... So, Edict, huh?
Edict.
Or we also, again, we can just draw our recall, and that'd be nice too.
How would you like another Elspeth?
God, do I need another plains in this deck? I don't know. We're 4 of our 7 swamps. That seems like a little bit. Alright, let's...
Yeah, hold on to Underground Sea in case we draw Ancestral. Then we can play Underground Sea and use it.
Right.
Before they wasteland us.
So they're gonna untap their mana vault, and then next turn they have Ulamog active. Or, no, they need 1 more mana for that. I could have cast Murderous Rider. Okay. Let's hit 1. One unknown. I assume they've got the whole shebang as far as this entire...
Yeah, Tinker would make a lot of sense in their deck. They have plenty of artifacts and Inkwell Leviathan.
What are they doing now? Okay.
Trying to tempt us to use a removal on Urza, huh?
Yeah.
Now the Edict doesn't even work. So we missed our opportunity. Construct is a 5/5. Kind of gross.
Elspeth minus Elspeth is literally the shebang here.
And Swamp.
That
is irritating.
Especially because we literally have the answer in hand.
We should just play monocolor decks and, you know, I don't know.
Yeah, Damnation's... When I mentioned Damnation, we have that as like a sideboard choice here. Which seems reasonable as ways... Because, like, we need to answer Inkwell Leviathan, so...
Right. Yeah, the subset of cards that answer both Ulamog and Inkwell Leviathan are pretty far out there.
You know what?
Phyrexian Metamorph.
Sure, you've got a free Metamorph off your wheel. That's another Inkwell.
I wonder what they're gonna choose. Oh, Inkwell Leviathan, that's a good one.
Okay.
So we do have to block something.
I'm gonna block as though we're drawing planes.
Yeah. Let's rip that planes. It's gonna be our tapped white source. Just you watch.
There you go. Alright. I don't care if it's like reactive. I'm adding in the white source here because
I know I'm a monster. I'm sorry.
Alright, what sucks in this matchup? We got a lot of bad things. Well, we don't have... That's pretty bad, too. This sucks because this is like an artifact-based matchup, and we have nothing for that. Like, we have less than nothing that can touch an artifact.
Yeah.
Playcrafter's another Edict.
We wanted Damnation in, right?
Yeah, Damnation. Drawing Kaya would be sweet. Brutality's good.
I mean, how many other things were actually, like, vulnerable to Kaya? It was just the Monoble, right? The Construct.
Enough things that I'm still okay keeping it, I think.
Okay. Oh my god, drop Recall so we don't have islands in the deck anymore? I don't think so. The thing is, like, it's not just Inkwell Leviathan, right? Like, they're gonna have other big stuff.
Yeah.
They probably have Blightsteel Colossus.
They probably have tinkered into that style of
Yeah.
thing as well. The thing is, I like having all these edicts. I don't even know if Damnation's what I want. I just literally want more edicts. Vamp Tutor's sweet. I'm just gonna drop out Wall of Omens. Ophiumancer has Death Touch, that's good.
Okay, counterpoint. What about Lingering Souls?
Instead of the Wall of Omens?
Instead of the Wall of Omens, yeah. It just seems kind of dumpy.
Yeah, it like pressures them is the only thing. Like,
okay,
the Wall of Omens I know isn't going to be blocking anything. It's just going to be.
That's true. Yeah, it soaks the 1/4. Make sure to stop those metal worker beats and so on. Well, now. We could keep it. We have, like, one piece of a combo and one other flexible piece, right?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it doesn't, like, put the screws on them right away or anything.
That's what I'm thinking. What are we grabbing? It's going to depend on.
Well, we grab things later depending on what we draw.
Yeah.
That's my idea with this keep.
All right, so
It's not perfect, but we just need to not draw a bunch of lands.
I've got very bad
We can
news.
do that once out of the.
Very bad news for you.
I know we're so good at drawing lands, but.
Hello, Kavanaugh from the future. I know you're. I can see you there, in my mind's eye. Grabbing Liliana end step might be fine. Having Liliana is a very powerful card to just have on the board, because it means like we can edict their big plays. They bolt to 5. Okay.
Okay. So as long as their 5 or 6 isn't just like channel Lilmog turn 1, I think we can manage.
Do we have tutor upkeep? Hell no. There's no 2-drop I want here. There is a 3-drop I want though.
Elspeth is finally here. Vamp Tutor for Mox to accelerate into Elspeth, huh?
Alright.
Yeah, I think we want Liliana more than that.
Yep.
Because we can already, like, it's already going to be, like, Liliana 1 turn, Elspeth the next.
Yeah.
So. And we positively have something we want to discard, which is baller when you have a Liliana with the Veil. Hey, nice Inkwell Leviathan. It would be a shame if it got real small. I didn't mean it. Although it's reasonable for...
Necromancy that. Give me that stuff.
If they did have a keep, it's reasonable to presume that it would have something pretty good.
Whoa, what?
Tap up to 3 lands.
What are we doing here?
Oh boy.
They are in a... This is like Ozzy's in a pickle right now.
Good. Mess them up.
Like, what?
Look, they deserve to have their deck self-destruct on them. Just like we do.
So, like, I'm trying to think where, like, what's the busted thing that could happen out of this? They go, untap 2 lands, land, tinker, but then
They
we
no
edict
no no
away their
no.
tinker.
They like land a swamp and reanimate one of the targets.
What the hell? Oh, primal command.
Well, I don't hate.
Oh. Okay, they discarded their green cards because they can't get to double green. Mana Vault. And then
Okay.
they're gonna bribery us. And then we're gonna edict what they brought. No, they're gonna Urza.
Ooh.
Okay.
Curiously immune to the edict.
Empty-handed. I guess we're still edicting them.
That's true. Our backup choice is hold up Shambling Vent to block or play Elspeth Knight Errant.
Yeah.
I think there's a clear winner, but I'll let the audience decide.
Okay. So they do get to spin the wheel next turn. That's gonna
Oh
be...
yeah, Jumping Shambling Vent is awesome.
We'll have to
We might do that at some point.
see how good their spin the wheel is. If they draw a mana source, they get or a land, they get to go like Urza has a 5 mana spin the wheel. Just play the top card of your deck. And they have a lot of winners in that. Oh. You're gonna untap your Mana Vault. And then you're gonna... Okay. I'm edicting Urza.
Not before we block.
Yeah, soldier,
Hey,
do your job.
good work. Good work, soldier. You block that wizard.
I feel like the fool for having discarded Elishnorn.
Right, we did it. I think in this scenario, well, would we rather have the extra life against giant attackers?
My reasoning here is they have a couple things that can just kill off the Shambling Vent. You know, like Wasteland off the top, and I don't want to have to just plus Elspeth for a token next turn. As well as, like, what if we draw some sort of, like, 7-drop that we can't activate our Vent? I want to be able to have Elspeth jump something next turn. Because the clock is the same, being 2-6-6-6 versus 5-5-5-5. Those are the same clock.
Elishnorn was still the correct discard, everybody, okay? Like,
I don't think it was. The more I'm looking back on it, because we already had 5 lands, discarding the 5th land, and then letting Liliana discard Elishnorn on the 2nd activation is the fully optimal one.
okay.
But it won't matter because our opponent's doing nothing and we're doing nothing.
I mean, our nothing is killing them.
Yes, that's the
I'm fine with our position.
1 mana off of Ulamog being live.
Well, that's good, because that's what is in their hand. Ayo!
Alright.
Okay, thoughts?
Well, they imploded there. Actually, I'm thinking about this reanimate now. Because our opponent, not only do we have a couple ways to, edict off some of these things, but our opponent showed things like Frantic Search, and
Oh yeah, might fill their own yard.
might give it to us on their own.
Drink their milkshake. I like that idea.
Yeah, it also gives us another way to... the other thing about this is a matchup where this drawback means nothing. We're losing in chunks of, 20.
Yeah.
That probably is... that might be the good spot for the Lingering.
I think that's better than Lingering Souls. Let's do it.
Alright, gonna still keep that extra planes I added, because even though our deck is 20 black cards, because we can't cast this stupid Elspeth, I'm just gonna be so annoyed.
Maybe that should be our new mana ratio.
Probably. Ooh. Do I care about Lingering Souls more than I care about Finks?
Oh, good point.
I just noticed that. I just talked about how this is a game won and lost in, giant chunks.
It would be nice to ever draw Recurring Nightmare.
No,
the card that we first picked and built the deck around.
Can't happen. Oh!
Hey!
Can happen, alright.
Hell yes! Kaz is on a hot streak.
It's
Yeah, it's a pretty poor recurring.
Oh, I don't like you knowing this. Oh boy, I don't want to. I don't.
Shit.
Yeah, too bad we're dead by turn 3. Uh-oh. So this is gonna be them just going... They kept a 7, so this is just them going off, right?
No need for doom and gloom just yet. Let them play their turn. What if they kept a reasonable 7?
Here's hoping. Here's hoping we can get to turn 3. That's where I want to live. I want to get to turn 3.
Hope. We can do better. I believe we can do better.
Oh, I like that.
Ooh.
Channel is in their deck, and I haven't seen a forest. Sorry, there was what, Simic Signet in 1?
We saw Simic Signet, yeah, and Urza makes blue.
Yeah.
The forest.
Forest.
They did it.
That's 1. Yeah, we didn't see a forest after they discarded.
This is the curse. They probed us. And now they're fundamentally unwilling to play their fast mana into a known Kaya. Huh. Cute. You want just Kaya plus?
Kaya plus remove their thing, kind of keep the board under this thumb. They probably play Urza next turn, and then we minus Kaya, and
yeah, minus Kaya on the token, play Craft or the Urza.
Yeah. And then this also makes a lot of their draws dead. Does this gain life on? 2 life on a creature, sure, whatever, that's not happening.
At least 1 creature. Maximum of 2 life out of that ability.
Yeah. We can also double Plague Crafter if the universe needs that. That thing's dead as hell.
Cool.
Nice.
We might meet it again.
No, we will never meet it again. We'll meet nothing.
We will. All right. Well.
Yeah. So let's Plague Crafter.
Plague Crafter. Get to Bluff swords to plowshare. Swords to plowshares.
Yep.
We could sacrifice Kaya here, if we really wanted to keep the creature.
Yeah, they can like respond to Kaya by activating ruins in the future. That is a truth.
Yeah.
Okay. Bribery. Okay.
Bribery.
Could be worse. Actually, the fact that we can get one of our big creatures into our yard is a boon here.
That's kind of excellent.
This is going to be... Oh, we're going to have to anguish on making a Grave Titan. Damn it. There's nothing they should grab here other than Grave Titan in my mind. It's just too strong. If they grab like anything else that we can just like Plague Crafter, The thing is, they know about our hand having all this reanimation stuff. They probably shouldn't fall into that. We get to exile. We don't get to exile Bribery yet because I'm gonna have to exile a token. They don't know about the unmaking. There's the Grave Titans. Again,
Okay.
This is like to me, this is like the most... wait. Okay. We can keep our Grave Titan by, like, minusing on a token, anguished unmaking another token, reanimate our Plague
Crafter,
and then that leaves Necromancy and Recurring Nightmare on Grave Titan as live plays the next turn.
That sounds like a better line. Let's do that one.
So let's get rid of you.
Poof.
Get rid of you.
Anguish Unmaking zombie token. Get bent.
Reanimate Plague Crafter.
Look, it functions. This is... We intentionally made our deck flexible. That was the point.
And then... Yeah, this can hit any non-land permanent 1 or less cost.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay, what's next? What you got? This is an interactive game of Magic. This is pretty good.
Hey! Alright.
Hey!
That dies next. That dies next this turn.
So they're gonna use it to, like, equip the sword.
Play Karn?
Onto whatever they play here.
Play something huge?
Yeah, Urza, and then equip sword onto Urza.
Yeah.
Or not that. So that's cool. Poof. Thank you for talking me into keeping Kaya in the deck. This has been pretty good.
Kind of incredible.
Hey, looky there. What's this? What am I doing?
I'm gonna sack the Plague Crafter itself so I can keep recurring it. This is a discard, by the way, if they can't sack a thing.
Whoa, I missed that part.
That has extra text, by the
way. That is nuts.
Just
we gonna start eating their hand?
Yeah, 3 mana, eat your hand. No, the Necromancy sacks on Leaf Play. That's a good
Batter Skull.
Good try. Okay. Wait a minute.
We exile the germ token. They're about to be very sad because they couldn't get the sword onto the germ token at the same time.
I don't have to. So
well, I know you don't have to, but it's fun.
No.
What's your?
I'm thinking about getting rid of the Forge Master in the grave with the plus, but because we can edict away their germ token, which is just as dumb. I can't necrotol the germ token. Gotta love Kaya. This card's unreasonable.
All right. Go ahead and make your plays.
So, like, we go Recurring Nightmare, Plague Crafter, get the zombie out of here. And then we go. Then we go to combat, you know, as you do. Oh, look, some more tokens. That's nice.
Teehee.
And we just play Recurring Nightmare.
Okay, yeah.
Sack the zombie token and sack the Plague Crafter. Make our opponent discard a card. Oh, it's Inkwell.
Oh! I think they might jump that one back on top.
Really happy they lost to their own bribery. That's maybe the coolest shit. Was that we could answer Grave Titan in the dumbest way possible so that we could start Recurring Nightmaring it.
Yeah. We did it. We have played Magic the Gathering this night.
Yep, that is it. The match is over.
Perfect.
Oh, thank you, Alpha Giant 96, born in the year 1996, for the fun games. I love. Okay, here's how we. Okay, instead of playing Entomb, what if our opponent plays Entomb for us?
Yeah, it's just one of those Entombs where you have to draw extra or discard extra cards.
We drew our first pick and won the game with it.
Yeah.
Thank you. We did it. Yo.
I like this hand.
Well, I want this early. I'm gonna keep, obviously. What am I doing with this?
Speeding out a Firemancer isn't bad. Followed by Fast Elspeth, like.
And then just leave the Vamp Tutor for later?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why not?
Yeah, unless...
Again, we're not a dedicated Reanimator deck so much as a mid-range deck with a Reanimator finish.
Yeah. Okay. To that end, I'm playing the Creeping Tar Pit. That was the main decision point of that. Was like,
Gotcha.
if I was going to leave up the ability to Vamp Tutor or not, and...
Yeah, really, I don't think so. I think this is another one of those circumstances where we sort of let the game naturally decide for us what we need to vampiric. They could counter our Pearl too, I guess. Or steal it with Dak Faden.
That'd be too strong. I'd be pretty annoyed at that one. We'd be able to immediately kill Dak back with the Sophiamancer, but I'd still be annoyed because that's the power of Dak.
Yeah, I don't think that we so strongly want Liliana. That verdant catacombs watering world. There are no rules. There are 0 rules. Vintage Cube.
Okay, that makes sense. It's like Grixis, right? Like that is understandable.
But why wouldn't they get a dual land if they had a better fetchable? Is Verdant Catacombs just fetching Swamp?
I don't know. Wait, maybe they have a breeding pool. You know,
okay.
Maybe they have like a breeding pool or a gruel.
Oh, wow.
You know, like
hey, there's a reanimate target for you.
Yo, give me that.
Oh man, do you want to do it actually? No, we don't have reanimate in the main.
We have necromancy to steal it, but I'm still casting Elspeth on this turn is the problem.
Okay.
I love Muldrifter. I will steal that Muldrifter.
I know.
But at the moment, like we got plans on the next turn.
We got our own wings.
I'm like jumping a snake or something. I don't know.
Well, jumping a Firemancer, like the snake is the wee chump blocker, the recurring guy, right?
Yeah, at this point, I don't think they're hasting in for enough to make something like that a threat.
Okay, well, we're jumping a thing and attacking with our things.
Yeah.
How about that?
We're dealing 6 damage to our opponent, no matter what's going on here, in my mind. Yeah, cool.
Yeah. Hey there, mid-range cards ahead of schedule. Your move.
Yep.
Going to the thought tank.
Going
They
to
have found
the next game.
a concession.
Going to the next game. Pancakes is leaving. Jace. All right.
Good. Now they don't know we're Reanimator.
Excellent. Speaking of Reanimator, I want that back in. They showed me a Mole Drifter. I want a 1-mana Mole Drifter.
Yeah, we don't know what they are, but they're probably like Grixis mediums.
Yeah, I'm guessing Grixis mid-rangey, which makes me think maybe the wall, maybe...
Think about adjusting mana balance again.
Yes. Fink seems like it could be good against this opponent if they are Grixis, like, removal-y, you know? We're not really sure what they are, is, the current weird issue for us. You just don't know. All I know is they have a Mole Drifter.
We're gonna try and reanimate Mole Drifter.
Try and steal their Mole Drifter.
That's our plan.
It's
what
funny.
is coming out for that?
It's funny. If they weren't going to concede that turn, there was a high likelihood I wanted to vamp tutor for like either Sculler or Brutality just to know what was going on. Like just.
Yeah, that's a good one. You're like we're so far ahead, we may as well try to get the scout for future games.
Yeah. Just gonna.
Okay.
It's
the cube.
Yes. We are on the final round of draft 1. So. Okay.
Well, you got your Tide Hollow Sculler.
Yeah, give me that Sculler.
Perfect mana forever. Hardcast Elesh Norn, here it comes.
Alright, so
it's building up.
What have we got out of that?
Your life ends in 8 turns. That's a pretty good follow-up.
That's a nice one. I like Kaya. Does some good.
I'm starting to think that Kaya is just good in the format.
The graveyard shenanigans are in every deck, right? Like that's sort of like a defining feature of everything.
Everyone has either graveyard shenanigans or like cheap things or both.
Wow.
No one wants to
get the hell out. You can't see my hand.
Everyone wants to protect their privacy.
Yeah.
Like, no touching. Do not touch my mind.
Fools. I'm sorry, hold on.
Plains, eh?
Plains, huh?
So we got Finks, Kaya, Ophiomancer.
I like Finks. If they have a removal spell, say they're holding a go for the throat.
Deploy the Finks. Like when you play Planeswalkers, you kind of want to get good value right away. And since we have a choice, this makes some sense.
And we're not like currently searching for Ophiomancer.
Okay. What are you doing? EOT.
Go for the throat? Impulse. Sure, they're okay.
Good one.
So this is a deck that has they have some cards they're searching for. What is this? Like, are they?
I think they might be a Reanimator deck, and they just had to stretch into a couple colors.
That's gonna be really hard if we can just resolve Kaya against them. Like,
I don't think there's any white card that Storm would want. And they're
dedicated to white, so
yeah. It is a mystery. This is almost the most fun part of Vintage Cube, trying to figure out what the heck your opponent is doing when they present you with all this stuff.
Okay, going for the attack.
Fact or fiction is in this format, I'm pretty sure.
What are we feeling here? Maybe the Ophiomancer? Again, like just go for a little bit more board presence.
Yeah, it's more pressure. You know, doubles our power on board.
They might
they could gift Ungiven into Unburial Rites.
They might snap, say, Mana Leak. Oh, they got a remand.
Woohoo!
Okay, so didn't matter what I was doing there. That's fine.
You know, keep the pressure off.
There's that red.
Plateau. What if they're just 5-color good stuff?
Yeah, we saw Verdant Catacombs, remember?
We did.
They just have a lot. Okay, this is the turn. So 5 is where, like, you start getting to slam very powerful planeswalkers. This is where, like, Teferi exists. This is where...
Teferi, Hero of Dominaria coming down.
Don't do too much, because we do have, like, a pressure. Liliana? What is double black for right now?
Liliana would be a little hilarious.
Yeah. All this mana. Ajani Vengeance. Keep my Finks tapped. Go.
Yeah, Catacombs does fetch for none of the duels that they have on the table, which is probably why last game they fetched Swamp.
Yeah, I'm convinced they have something like a breeding pool or like one other reason that that card's included. Or, wow, that's a hard
cast. Murderous Rider.
They're that hard up right now for defense? They're that hard up right now for defense. Okay. This scares me. I think this is the actual threat. Can't kill
yeah, they're looking to like repeat Time Walk.
Yeah, they're looking to repeat Time Walk. That's what I'm seeing right there, is a player who is going to repeat Time Walk. Like an Ophiomancer. We don't have any.
I like Ophiomancer more than Kaya.
Yeah. Like Ophiomancer attack with Finks, and then Ophiomancer gets to hold things back because, you know, that's just the name of the game.
Yeah.
Let's see what they want to do here. I'm really surprised by that Murderous Rider play. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
They did know that we had Ophiomancer because we had cast it and they remanded.
Yeah, but
that seems like an okay thing to kill.
Right, you know, you just murder it, and then... So, like, the question then becomes, why did they play that card, right? And that's
They're so afraid of the beats. We were so aggressively mid-range that they're like,
But then they didn't block?
Them. Because their creatures have lifelink. They figure they can get more value later.
This is the game. This is,
oh, shit.
It's over.
Time Walk?
This is Time Walk. Alright, we're gonna let...
a Time Walk with lifelink.
That's Time Walk with lifelink and buyback. We're gonna play this out to see what they, oh, okay, I understand now. They played Rider as an Edict, Eater. I now understand why they played Rider. Anyway, we're gonna let them play it out because I want to know what the hell the rest of their deck contains.
Yeah, this is kind of cool.
Like, I still don't know enough cards in their deck to know what's up.
Also, Ophiomancer says each upkeep.
Yeah.
So, curiously active during their turn.
Yeah, go for the Throat's a good bring-in if this is their combo. Like, obviously, like, just having Time Walk is good for them. I don't care about the clock. They have 20 minutes. Like, that's irrelevant to me at this point. Like, they're going to be able to play quick enough to, even if we, like, made them play the whole damn thing out, they'll win on, like, 14.
Besides, it's fun to, like, go through the motion sometimes.
Yeah.
So I want to let them have fun.
Yeah, and again, like, to me, this is knowledge. I want to know what the hell our opponent is playing.
mean, they don't watch their library and deck them. They haven't played any lands since starting. Okay, there.
There we go. There's a land finally. Okay, so you know what? I know why they've countered that Tide Owl Scholar now.
Yep. Although, honestly, if we saw, like, Murderous Rider, Time Walk, the Soulfire Grandmaster, what could we pick?
Lifelink.
Right?
Yeah. Cool thing about Soulfire Grandmaster is that it's blue-red hybrid, so, like, double black, red.
Yeah, that kind of explains a little bit more about the mono base.
Looks almost like mono blue over here. At some point, they can start double casting Time Walk, which is how they're going to unlock like their mana for turns, right? Like, this is 9. Once they get to 12, they can double Time Walk, and then they'll have one turn where they can just do something forward, and then another turn where they have to Time Walk.
Going on one of those famous extended walks.
Mm-hmm. You know, when people talk about liking long walks on the beach.
Ooh. Shriekmaw.
Sweet. I like Shriekmaw. See, this is a knowledge.
They untapped our guy. Sweet.
And gave it back. And here we go. Now you got burned through 24 life. I've decided not to F6 through turns. I'm just gonna like kind of quickly go through them because if they do throw down a Thoughtseize, I probably just like don't let that resolve. I cast Counterspell on Thoughtseize.
Oh yeah, little did they know, like the way to actually win this game is to attempt to view our hand.
You know, yeah, it's like the stipulation.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? Ooh, wow.
Oh, I found their win con, everybody.
That is a win condition.
I found it. I am lost. So our opponent has a Soulfire Grandmaster in play. This card has the text: the next time you cast an instant sorcery from your hand this turn, instead of putting it in your grave, put it back in your hand. It lets you buy back a spell. It's pretty powerful, you know, if you're going to buy back, like, counter spells or burn spells. It gives all your spells lifelink. But the spell they're giving lifelink is Time Walk. Take next turn after this one. So, you know. Now the Time Walk's back in their hand.
Between these things, they are paying 6 mana every turn to take an extra turn. They are taking all the turns using this method.
Yes.
And the rest of their deck contains pack rats.
Tutor for their Soulfire Grandmaster.
Wow.
Okay, they're heavy.
Pretty dedicated.
We found out what the red's for. Yeah, so that is what the combo our opponent is doing. We sadly had a kind of a, like, just body-heavy hand and no way to kill this Grandmaster, and they punished us for it pretty quickly. They're going to Smile Toss, and then... Alright, so there's the Smile Toss. Alright, then they're going to evoke Muldrifters, pick 1 on their Smile Toss, and then...
Smile Toss, Quicken Target.
Yeah, no, I understand Nectameron. I just don't care about winning through clock. That's lame. Like... It's just like, I'm not going to be actively fighting for the clock. Right now, I'm actively fighting for info. It might look to them like I'm being a jerk about it, but, like, I just want to know every card in their deck. Hey, look, we learned something really big. They're also
they do have a breeding pool. Look at that.
Oh!
Good call.
I feel really
We're just full of shots tonight.
I feel really good about seeing a breeding pool out of them. That's nice. But yeah, like Young Pyromancer is a really good set of information here. For one, it's another one of their ways they're winning the game. Recruiter's power, the white one is toughness. Imperial... I don't know. Well, we're going to be boarding in more single target removal for things like Soulfire Grandmaster, Young Pyromancer, and Pack Rat. They've shown us a lot of these very singularly powerful cards that need answers early. And so we're going to be bringing those in. Yep.
Yeah, they also appear to have a gentle touch of disruption.
Yeah, so like you've got Monolith, Remand. Remand, as Nomad said, like Remand screams like a combo style, especially in this like color combo, right? Like where they're like, you know, what the heck are they remand? Why would they be remanding? It's like, well, because they're not trying to stop your spells. They're just trying to buy the turn. Did we pick up that Masker Worm? We did.
I feel like when the board gets into a state like this, we can't exactly... Oh man, we can kill all their pack rats?
That kills our Ophiomancer.
Yeah, we don't want to do that, but
Well,
it's curious that they gave us the choice.
No, they can make another pack rat in response.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that they had black open. Alright, cool. They probably should have if they wanted to keep extra guy around, but whatever. Yeah. I'm not going to spend their mana for them. They're presumably an adult. Wow, fatal push. They found their fatal push.
Wait, what's getting pulled back then? Okay.
Huh? They dropped combo to fatal push?
I think they still have us dead.
Yeah. Still.
But they dropped combo. Again, Smile Toss and...
Oh my god. Don't actually be lethal.
Well, this is...
I know they're going to discard pack rats, but I want to draw Mox Pearl.
They just Elish Nor and walk out.
And flush them down the toilet. How great would that be?
Oh shit. I had to very quickly...
Secretly.
Who, what that was? That was them trying to get me, like, feeling loose. Like, oh yeah, okay, the game's back on. Because I had F6'd in the middle of that combat there. Alright, let's
Good
move.
Work.
Let's move
Good
out.
Good work.
Go for the throat. Hi, how you doing? Damnation, you're looking pretty cool. Plague Crafter, that seems nice. Masker Worm, that's kind of the speed we're talking. Okay, so I want things that are... Minvala, yeah, that works too. Okay. So, Lingering Souls is a nothing. Kitchen Finks is probably just a nothing. It's a blank.
It doesn't do enough.
I'm thinking Ophiomancer is kind of...
It was cute that it can make snakes during their turn, but again, if they get their combo off, we cannot win.
Yeah.
So...
How
about an Elspeth? Like, all their win conditions are little creatures, so big Elspeth looks kind of dumpy. We can't cut Recurring Nightmare. May as well cut the whole deck.
What about Kaya?
They didn't show a lot of things that Kaya can minus, and they didn't seem to play from the grave at all either.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, all I think we could kill with Kaya is a Pack Rat token. No, those have Aston cost.
Those have, yeah.
Okay, a Young Pyromancer token?
It's a little embarrassing.
A little bit. Maybe Elspeth Sun's Champion?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. Okay.
Because like Elspeth's Sun's champion is at her best when you can minus and wipe away a big board, make way for tokens, but that's all they have.
Yeah. All right. Would you like to play
Okay.
first? Absolutely.
Okay, playable 7, please.
Thank you.
Well,
I see, like, interactive pieces, Liliana, a tutor.
I dig. Oh, finally, no one will tell us to vamp tutor for Liliana of the Veil.
Yeah, there we go.
That's the real upside of this hand.
Completely immune.
Stop recommending that play. Look, it's right here.
Let's vamp tutor for Ancestral. That'll be like my... No, we're vamp tutoring for reanimation. I don't think they can beat Sheldred.
Yeah. Do we get to... Okay, so they have Remand up. It's fine.
What if... The other thing I could do right now would be vamp tutor for the Ancestral, and then have that as like our backup after the Liliana of the Veil.
I like it either way.
I'm thinking, like, are they gonna try to... Yeah, you can't extra turns around Sheldred. Nice try.
It's like the pretty cool part of that line is if they remand Ancestral, big deal. They were remanding whatever we were playing.
Right.
But they're less likely to be able to mono leak it because it's so cheap.
I'm gonna wait on it. I'm thinking about it here, and my thought process is I still like the ability to have a tutor. Like, this is gonna be a monoleak or a remand, you know. Whatever. Easy. Sure. Oh, wow.
Oh, hey.
But what this means is that our next turn, our vamp tutor, like, I can upkeep a vamp tutor.
They're not going to force us. That's not real. Okay. I pick Shieldred.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Ooh, planes. Strong.
So far as white 1, and the activation is 2 blue-red, blue-red. Okay, that doesn't actually...
Catacombs for Breeding Pool.
Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and stop on my upkeep. What do I want here? Yeah, I'm still thinking about that vamp tutor for draw 3. They're not doing anything. Linvala's awkward here because Linvala probably gets fatal pushed.
Oh, yeah, they're saving the Catacombs for that?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab the recall.
Okay, the perfect card. 3 cards.
I want to discard after.
Goodness.
Drew the Necromancy. We can just discard Linvala then if we have all this recursion.
Yeah. Yeah, Shieldred will pick Linvala back up. It's fine. We'll start the chain that way.
Oh my god.
Wait.
Wait, does it have a...
They have to get swamped now.
Do they have more than one swamp?
I thought they showed us more than one swamp. Yeah.
End step. Okay.
Okay. Swift end on Liliana.
Sure.
She did her job, basically.
Yep. And then
Same
tap out
with
for Rider.
Bloody Murderous Rider.
Tap out for Rider. We got the Swords to Plow for, like, the worst case, but...
Hmm. Pack Rat, no activation mana, huh? We have Damnation, too.
Yeah. We also... I'm gonna be necromancying the, children. They have to get edicted. Which means they would either have to make a Pack Rat token or lose the Pack Rat.
Yeah. Oh, good. I mean, worlds are oyster here, right? I mean, we could untap Damnation.
Yeah.
That sets him back pretty far.
I actually like that
Doesn't
almost
advance
better.
us.
I kind of like that a lot here. Hmm. No, I'm gonna get rid of Soulfire Grandmaster. Let's get this hyper gone, removed, hyper removed.
Yeah, that combo will not work.
Hold on, are we at main phase? Yeah, I always have to check.
With Necromancy, you can. There's a fail case because of how Necromancy works, where if you cast it when you couldn't have cast it as a sorcery, it goes away at the end of turn. We don't want that in this case. I picked this one. It's huge and dumb.
Mm-hmm. We get
What is our
Linvala
opponent
back.
thinking about?
Okay. So we edict them at upkeep. They could make a Pack Rat in response, but that just puts them in like this hell zone.
Yeah, that's a pretty miserable line, where every turn you draw one card, pay 3 mana, and sacrifice a rat to children.
Right, and then also
Alright, we'll crush them
children's
with Swamp Walk.
Swamp Block.
Oh my god.
So yep, we get back Linvala. And that's the match. Okay.
And they didn't want to play anymore.
Alright. This deck
Let that be a lesson to you. Don't do Soulfire Grandmaster combo. You'll regret it.
Or do it. You'll pull it off and it's sweet and you'll win. Like they got to do their thing. I think the thing is I would not be surprised if they had like a Monastery Mentor in there as well to try to play like a young Pyromancer style game.
Yeah, they had a whole lot of the little blue spells that just draw cards. And that's pretty sweet with Soulfire Grandmaster.
Yeah. Yeah, you can get to a point where like you get to 6 mana and you can buy back your counterspell. They also had the mana base to pull off whatever the hell they were doing for the most part.
That was pretty impressive.
Which that takes a lot of work for 4.
If we did anything like that, our mana would implode all the time. It would be pretty laughable.
Alright,
This is all I can join you for, I'm afraid.
Right. Sounds good. Thank you for joining me, Kaz. We're going to be going to draft number 2. So thank you for being here. Alright, as I said, we're going to go into draft number 2, but we are going to take a quick break in between. I'm not going to take the stream down or anything. We're just going to take like 2 minutes. So yeah, I will be right back in a couple minutes. And then we're going into draft number 2.